I'm trying to find the outer perimeter of this park, and there's a great way of doing it that's very simple. So I'm going to go through that to start with, and then I'm going to show you a much clunkier way which I did it. But it is good to compare methods, and you can't always be expected, especially under time pressure, to go and find the best method. Right, so let's go through the best method though. And it is as follows. Right, if we basically add, we want to find this blue part, okay? So to find this blue part, I'm gonna first of all also find these blue parts, which I know I don't want the inside bits, but at least it allows us to add some numbers together. So far, this blue is going to be 11 plus 9 plus 4 plus 6 plus 12. This gives 20, this gives 10, so 30, 42. Okay, but I kind of want to get rid of this blue part now. So what if I was to minus 10? Then all of these would cancel out. It's just I then have to minus this part here as well. I could also minus 3, but I have to minus this part as well. And I could minus 7. So 42 minus 10 plus 3 plus 7. Okay, let's leave that as it is for the time being. And what I'm saying is when I do this, basically I've cancelled out all of this where I've got blue and red. But now I've minused all this perimeter here. So what I need to do is add it back on. I need to add 4 back on, and then this purple bit and the red will cancel. And that is going to be my answer. I just need to simplify it, but let these cancel. And we're left just with the blue area. Sorry, blue perimeter, I should say. Okay, so that's going to give me 42 minus 20 plus 4, which is going to be 22 plus 4, or 26. And we're done. Right, method 2. This is how I did it. Much more complicated than the first method. So I decided to label each little length between kind of vertices. So this is A, and then this one is B, C, D, and E. So that's what I want to find. I want to find A plus B plus C plus D plus E. We've got lots of other lengths to consider. So just continuing to label, I've got F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, and then I actually skipped O because it looks a bit like 0 and wrote P down. Okay, we can then write some equations down. It's going to take a little while. So A plus F plus P is equal to 11, because that 11 is the perimeter of that shape there. F plus G plus K is equal to 3. B plus H plus G is 9. J plus H plus I is 7. C plus I is 4. D plus M is 6. N plus P plus L plus M is 10. E plus N is 12. And the middle, K plus L plus J is equal to 4. Now at this point, I decided to make A, B, C, D, E the subject of their equations because they only appear in one of them each. So A is going to be 11 minus F minus P. B is going to be 9 minus H minus G. C is 4 minus I. D is 6 minus M. and E is 12 minus n. Now I have turned this into an algebra problem and left the geometry, so I decided at this point to just start adding some of these terms together. So 11 minus f minus p plus 9 minus h minus g plus 4 minus I plus 6 minus m plus 12 minus n. And then I thought, okay, I've got these 5. I'm just going to keep on adding some because I can see that I can cancel some of them out. So I'm going to add on f plus g plus k. I'm also going to add, I'm going to cross out the ones that I've actually already used, so the ones where I made the subject. Okay, so I'm also going to add j plus h plus I, and then n plus p plus l plus m. It's just then I've got an extra sort of j appearing, so that I then minus k plus l plus j. Okay, and let's see where this takes us. So the f's are going to cancel, the p's are going to cancel, h is going to cancel, g, I, m, n, and then k, j, l will cancel with here. So actually that, remember, is equal to a plus b plus c plus d plus e, and then I've added the f plus g plus k, which is 3, the j plus h plus I, which is 7, n plus p plus l plus m, which is 10, and minus 4. So I've got to say at this point, it's a bit more of like just stumbling across the solution. It's nowhere near as neat as that first method, but I'm just giving it as an alternative. Okay, I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just saying it's an alternative. Um, you can see how messy it is. So 11 plus 9 is 20. I've got 30, 42. I'm actually doing something similar to what I was doing up here without really realizing it, to be honest. So 42 is equal to A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus 16. Okay, it's got 20 minus 4. And therefore, this thing here is going to equal 26. Okay, I'll leave it at that. I nearly didn't even put in this second solution because it's not as good. It is confusing. Trying to understand where this even came from was actually, I'd actually forgotten. But essentially it was like just, write it down algebraically and then somehow combine it to try and get A, B, C, D, E by themselves. And it just kind of came out when I made the subjects and so on and substituted in and saw that I could start cancelling them out. That's essentially my method. Um, and it worked, and so did this one. Okay, happy with that. Especially the first method. Let's just say that again. This is really good. It's just like so much insight into the problem with this with this method, whereas the second one's more of like just an algebraic approach of like I can see how it would, you could extend it and so on, or like why it works. But at the time, it was a bit of just playing around with it and trying to eliminate some of the unknowns.